I'm in culinary school currently. I have a big project at the end of this.
That's cool.
Not me. No, this is the...
No, I know. I'm saying it's cool that this person's like in food school. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I have a big project due at the end. I have a big project due at the end of the semester that involves running a hypothetical fine dining restaurant. I get to name the restaurant, and I'm struggling to come up with something that sounds refined enough to be convincing fine dining establishment. Google keeps telling me to name it stuff like Five Archers Dining Hall.
Oh, that's
not
cool.
exactly the vibe I want to give off. Any ideas? That's from needing a nuanced name in New Orleans. Oh, well, if it's in New Orleans.
It's in New Orleans?
It's in New Orleans, you
Now,
say.
it's been a while since we've done a help me name this thing, right? But here's the thing. I'm looking at like 3 foodies on the screen right now, right? This is a thing we can do. This isn't like name my gerbil or whatever. Who knows?
No.
But a restaurant?
The lack of details, though, again, like... You all
no,
help us.
Justin, there are no details. They are waiting on this name to. Have you ever watched Restaurant Wars?
Yeah,
you know Restaurant Wars.
Restaurant Wars.
When they do Restaurant Wars,
Yoda man.
They figure out the name of the restaurant first, and then they figure out like what the menu is going to be around it. So
have you watched it, Justin? Have you watched Junkyard Restaurant Wars?
Yes, you got Joe and.
Did you watch Junkyard Restaurant Wars?
You watched it, right?
Here's my first
with robots.
Spike.
Ooh, fuck yeah! It can be like spinach, but you took the "na" out of it.
Yeah,
so it's just
it's like, but it's kind of like, it's also kind of like it's like spice, but the E got turned up on its side and turned into a H.
Yeah,
and it's called Spike.
It's
good to say, isn't it?
It does feel fun to say. What do they specialize in?
Spicy food.
Spicy food. That's food that does not have the normal spices that you would expect.
That's a fun aspect too. If you make all the waiters talk like that.
There's mustard.
Mustard, ketchup.
Yeah.
Mustard and ketchup.
Relish.
They got relish.
They got blanket gravy. As much as you want, they'll keep bringing it.
That's lovely. We're getting, I feel, away from a fine dining asset because rarely do I go to like a 5-star restaurant and they're like, how much gravy do you want?
Blanket. Like it's a high quality, high textile blanket.
This is kind of my take on gravy. It's a blanket.
I am not so deeply entrenched in the DC food scene. But in Austin, the hot thing was to name your restaurant. If it was a fine dining Michelin star restaurant, you named it something like the Garage or the
Stinky Pit.
Laundrette is one. Actually, I think that's a different type of thing.
French Laundry is like a thing.
That's like a thing.
Yeah, you want, I think, like one word and maybe an article in front of it, right? But I
workshop.
think the is played out, right?
Okay.
What if you call
workshop?
A workshop?
Huh? Slop Town.
Ooh, Slop
Town. But then you call it something like Slop Town, and then they're like, what? That sounds like a gross name. And it's like, because you don't understand the context of it. There's a very special cuisine where slop is good and fancy.
What about Hog Trough?
Ooh.
Hog Trough.
It's a little. What about this? What about the post office? The United States Postal Service.
Really good, Justin.
United States Postal Service, Veterans Memorial Boulevard Field Office.
That's great. All of
that's the name of the restaurant. And then you put like a pound number 63 or whatever at the end, so people will think like that's got to be a post. Like it's got to be a post office. That's got to
be a post office. And when they pull up, what's it themed like? I'm glad you asked. A post office.
Yeah.
Can you mail things from there? Yeah, you can mail things from anywhere.
Absolutely. Can you get good service and fine dining? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
we're working out some kinks.
Yeah, man. We got some stuff. There wasn't a kitchen when we moved in, so that was definitely a bit of a hindrance, but we can figure it out. We've got a little hot plate back here. What do you want?
Let me float this one by you guys. McDonald's.
Huh.
You see it and you're like, that's wild that this McDonald's franchise made a typo. But then you see the menu and they have sweetbreads and they have Rockefeller oysters. They got baked Alaska. In my mind, these are the fanciest.
No, they sound really fancy when you said them. I mean, not the sweetbread part, but what if you just call it?
But they would just change every entree would be a McDonald's entree that they've made fancy. by changing one word. So you go in and you say, I'll have the Fig Mac, please. And
Oh,
that's an
cool.
excellent. Oh, a Fig Mac. That's a excellent choice.
I'll have the quarter flounder, please. Thank you.
Ooh,
That's very good.
one.
And that's so expensive because it's just a little bit of flounder,
It's a
but
tiny,
boy,
tiny,
is it
tiny
good.
little
it's
beef.
so expensive. I don't have any good puns.
That's okay.
Yeah,
you do
that's
voices.
All right, you'll come. When you think of one,
Yeah.
just let Clipping Yoda.
Yeah.
tell us
No,
about it.
no, we
At
need
any
certain
moment,
assurance.
At
Justin,
any moment.
I swear to God, our oath that Clipping Yoda will only show up maybe once or twice a year must be ironclad. We cannot break this trust that exists between us and our audience.
Can I?
Fair.
Okay. Let's go with this. Try this. F, U with an umlaut, D.
Fjord.
Food.
Fid.
Food.
Fjord.
This is
Food.
my restaurant. Hey, should we go eat at Food? Try it. Say
That's
it.
cool.
Food.
Should we eat it? That could be cool. What if it's just feud, Feud, and you walk into the restaurant and then they're like chicken or beef, and you're like, this is a restaurant, not a wedding, and then they're like chicken or beef, and you're like, I guess I'll take the chicken. They sit you on the chicken side. There's a chicken side and a beef side, and they do everything they can to sort of stoke the fires of war between these two halves of this fancy upscale restaurant.
Bad news. Feud was the name of a vegan restaurant in the west side of Kansas City, and it did close in 2017. So we tried it.
The name is
Didn't work.
They weren't ready in 2017. That was pre-COVID. Things are different now.
M,
things
U
are different.
with an umlaut, NCH. Munch.
Mjolch.
Munch.
I don't think that's it. I don't think that's going to be it. That's not the vibe that people are going for anymore. It's just
Doug's
like
place.
Doug's
house.
place is Doug's house is good.
Doug's house.
Doug's
You want to go
house
eat
is
over
good.
at Doug's house? Yeah, man. And when you get there, the host, his name is Doug. And it looks like a house, but each room is like a separate little dining room. And you eat in there. And it's high upscale comfort food.
It's high
Whoa,
upscale,
big tables,
low country.
big chairs.
Yes.
Everybody's in a high chair. All the food is chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
and a window for sandwiches. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please. They ask you if you want the crust cut off. Do you want triangles or
Yeah.
squares when I cut your sandwich up? Yes, please.
If you eat 2 bites of broccoli, they'll give you $50.
Ooh, I love this.
Your meal is free.
Yeah.
You will just eat 2 bites of
If you
broccoli.
eat 2 bites of
your meal's
broccoli,
free.
you can have whatever you want on the menu. Just eat 2 If you would just eat 2 bites, anything, you can have whatever you want. 2 bites, please. Come on. 1 bite. Just
We would be
one bite's
such
fine.
good restaurateurs.
Restaurant guys.
Did you watch The Bear? You guys watch The Bear? Kick-ass show. But also, I think it could be, we could do it better.
I
Not
think it'd be
making
really
a show,
scary.
but just sort of like running a beef
I
restaurant.
can't watch it because the idea of like just a bear wandering into a kitchen is terrifying to me.
It's fucked up how it keeps happening. And they keep putting down so many honey-covered traps. And the bear outsmarts them every episode and
Well,
steals
it's like
all
they
their
said,
food.
you know, Ratatouille, it's great and he's little. But what if we went bigger? And it's a bear who
Yeah.
wants to be a chef and he sits on a man's head.
Well, when Cousin Jimmy brings in the bear to the restaurant in the first episode, he does shout, like, we're going to do a Ratatouille this time.
Yeah.
But then the main guy with the curly hair, he's like, get that fucking bear out of here, Jimmy.
Yeah.
And then they fight for like 12 minutes.
Him and the bear?
No, the cousin and the
Wow,
curly-
the bear looks
curly
on,
hair.
guys. Please don't. Guys,
Guys,
this isn't
don't.
what I wanted.
I'll leave. It's not.
I'll leave. It's fine.
I'm out of
Like,
here.
I,
I'll leave.
I know when I'm not wanted, and I'll go.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I'll see you at home. I love you.
Yeah. But then when they save the president from choking on the beef sandwich in
Yeah.
episode 2, that's when it really
Spoilers.
took off for me.